I'm sorry, Doctor, but we'll need your help in the lab.
Greetings, people. I come in peace. Looking at recent events, wins and losses, and analysing the quality of some of the boxing fundamentals, I think many boxers would be more successful if they reverted back to their amateur style. Think about it. No, really. At least hybridize, merge, braid their amateur foundations with the professional approach and temperament. If you look at the most successful boxers at present, their style hasn't changed that much from their amateur days, particularly the boxers from Eastern Europe who were and are still trained and drilled in the Soviet style and approach. Why are they so formidable in this era? Over the past decade, we've seen Kovalev, Golovkin, Dmitry Pirog, who absolutely dominated their weight category with an air of dread about them. Now we have Bivol, Beterbiev, Usyk, Lomachenko, Madrimov, Vostik, and now Murtazaliev, just to name a few. All of them retain the defensive, offensive, sturdy fundamentals from their amateur days. For example, if you look at unbeaten WBA welterweight champion Eimantas Stanionis, you'll find he's an interesting study on bringing your hands back to guard your head after nearly every punch. That's discipline.
Ricky Hatton back in May of 2006. Good hard right hand. And you see these hard shots to the body already by Stanionis. But again, he is 40, but he's fought Sugar Shane Mosley, Amir Khan.
People that throw.
It's not just European boxers who retain the fundamentals to great success. Terence Crawford, Shaka Stevenson, Jaron Ennis, Canelo, Noya Inoue, Andy Cruz, and more. They all maintain and preserve their solid base. When you observe the leading boxers, they are more often than not fundamentally sound. Of course, you will get boxers who do things in an unorthodox, heretical, and ungainly way, and have some success doing it. But that would be due to exceptional athleticism, speed, or power. But generally, if you want to be successful and have longevity in the sport, you have to do the basics exceedingly well.
That's when you know you're going to throw. The average half talent or half knowledgeable guy know you're throwing it because you're setting it up and then you let it go. You hear, you come, boom, just shoot it. Just shoot it. You ain't got to stop, just shoot it. Just shoot it. I'm here, you hear. Bam! I'm just throwing it. Especially if you jumping. See, if you jumping, I catch you in the air. I catch you. And I can just touch you and you're off balance. You got to give God half of your body. You hear, you square up. It's real relaxing. I know from here to my chin is the pressure point. This is my shield. I'm giving you half a target. My helmet, you're going to break your hand on that. Go out, you can hook that chin. You ever see me keep that thing here?
Yeah, you got it. Right.
I learned when I was an amateur, keep a tennis ball, and I used to jog with a tennis ball, I used to walk with a tennis ball, go with a gym tennis ball, because it kept my chin down.
Bernard Hopkins. He lasted so long in boxing because of clever use of the fundamentals. Andre Ward. He made light work of monsters due to his meticulous application of the basics. I believe if certain boxers went back to the rudiments of boxing, they'd accomplish more, a lot more. If we look at AJ's latest outing, for instance, if he applied what he already knew and fought like he did in the amateurs, he would have probably won. Alright, he definitely would have done better. I remember Natasha Jonas lost the fight to Vivian Obanov, a fight everybody thought she would win hands down due to her extensive amateur background. Yet 7 fights into her pro career, she was dropped several times by an opponent unsophisticatedly blundering forward, constantly punching. In the end, the corner had to stop the fight. People started to question whether Natasha should carry on boxing. That's how bad it looked. But next time out, she noticeably, to me anyway, went back to her amateur style. She was on her toes, in and out, and it suited her. She looked more comfortable. She got into a flow quicker and won her next 3 fights. She drew with Terry Harper, lost to Katie Taylor, but went on to become a 2-weight champion. If it's not broke, don't fix it. If you can stick to the core principles of boxing, stay focused, keep your discipline, that's more than enough of a foundation to build on. Any personal abilities will be accentuated, and any weaknesses will be concealed and secured. Different countries and gyms might differ in philosophies and importance of certain attributes, but all must have a solid foundation. The amount of boxers I see now that stick their heads up like a weather vane, they have their hands too low when in range, that don't move their heads offline, who square up in the middle of the ring, they cross their feet, they telegraph their punches, they don't bring their hands back to the starting position quick enough. All these mistakes are sacrilege to an amateur boxer, and all these bad habits are drilled and trained out of you incessantly until you get it right without thinking. So why are some pro boxers disregarding the regimen and routine that got them where they are? Who are they trying to be? Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard? These boxers had unique abilities and innate talents to get away with doing things wrong, for a little while at least. But as they aged, their unorthodox styles caught up with them. That's if they didn't get back to basics. Now what's wrong with that? All you need to do is build your stamina, control your pace, and be able to go through the gears. The other tricks and skills of the pro ranks will come with experience. It's not rocket science.
Sure that's going to happen, but if there is a rematch between AJ and Daniel Dubois, what can you see happening? Because that was a brutal knockout for AJ.
Yeah, I think Joshua can beat him if he wants to, because Joshua really was in control of the fight at that point.
For goodness
He got caught early. Then when he got in control, he tried to close the door too fast. You can't close the door that fast when you know a guy's wounded and this guy's already hurt you. The most dangerous animal in the world is a wounded animal. So I just felt like the instructions should have been, hey, we got him now, but we can't rush it. If we rush it, what happened then is what's going to happen. Let's take our time. We're back in control. Let's just do this for a minute till we get him where we want him. Then we'll try to get him out. So yes, if Anthony Joshua does the right thing, fight smart, he will beat Dubois, because Dubois clearly wasn't the better fighter, because he came back and took over at the end of the fight. It's just that when he had him hurt, he gambled, and you can't gamble against a guy who's already put you down once.
Roy, let me ask.
Perhaps a breath of fresh air will clear our minds.
I agree, but I do think AJ was overly panicky and anxious before the first knockdown. Him trying to settle himself down and loosen up probably got him knocked down in the first place. Overthinking and self-doubt is like an anchor around the neck to a fighter, to anybody. I don't like the fact that AJ isn't getting in the ring with Dubois next. I think it's a hill he must climb. He must get back into the crucible. He can't go out like that, surely. Particularly because he knows his mistake. He was woeful that night, for whatever reason. But one thing is, he cannot be worse than that. A precautionary, intelligent approach with some grit and moxie should see his performance enhanced and improved. You see, he has the tools to crack the safe, the combination. Be calm, alert, and patient until the appropriate sequence presents itself. Then, bingo! Obtain the fruits of your labor. It will be interesting to see who Daniel fights next, and can he draw a decent crowd without AJ?
They say I can sell anything.
Maybe. I think his stock has gone up. Will he be a star? I don't know.
The world is a business, Mr. Beale.
We'll see. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please subscribe. But remember, choose life.